Yes.
That's an interesting one. Okay, let's say we have 20 of you on this call, or maybe more. Sometimes Discord would sometimes hide the number of people that I can see on my end as well. So let's confirm, guys. Drop a message in the chat. How many of you would prefer slide to video? Let us know in the chat. How many of you would prefer slide to video? So I'm expecting about 20 responses. Let's use that to at least see what you expect, or what most of you would expect. I mean, I've been teaching a lot of people software engineering for years now. For years, like more than a decade, right? And I think a lot of people prefer videos. Okay, so to me, it should be both videos and slides. Okay. Maybe you can also tell us why, Olumida, because if you have a video teaching you exactly what to do, I don't want my people to spend a lot of time working on slides that are not useful, right? We have a lot of books, a lot of materials online. We have a lot of documentation. Why should we create slides when there are documentations that are even more detailed than whatever we can give you, right? Most of the videos you see out there, we did not build these platforms. I did not create Git or GitHub. There are documentations on their website. Do you need links? Do you need those links? Because I'm still wondering, the purpose of the video is to show you what they have on the documentation, so that it will be easier for you to see these things in action and follow through what we've done in those videos, right? If it's just about getting written materials, we can as well just give you the link and say read the docs, because it's more detailed. Yeah, so let's see. In the chat, I have a video. I have both from Shadow Walker, slides and videos. I would love to know what you can get from a video or from a slide that makes it or that makes you want to have a slide, right? Yeah, I think we can create slides, but come on, we need to even see that you are utilizing the videos very well already. Video is okay by me. Yes, slides, both. Video will suffice. Okay, video does it. Video is better, but okay. Videos are okay. Videos are better. Yeah, I think. Let me see if I missed a question there. Somebody tagged me. I think said live. Oh, she said live classes. Sorry, Natasha. Let me see. Natasha, you said she said live classes. Is it live or slides? Udwak, you can respond. Did you say live or slides? Can anyone hear me? Udwak? Oh, okay. I see you guys can hear.
So I can hear you. I think it's Udwak network.
Okay, yeah, okay. I think it's a network. What I heard was a slide, but if Udwak meant live, okay, I think that would be a different case. We used to organize, some of these live sessions, but it turns out that for those people that are unable to make it to the classroom, when they get back, to those videos, it's usually long, maybe like an hour plus videos, and of course they get discouraged. In fact, stories I've had, some of them sleep off while trying to watch it at night. Even though live sessions can be interesting, and you get a lot of use case, and you see a lot of practical going on, a lot of explanations, because the instructor is being creative with the entire session. A lot of people find it difficult to revisit it because of the length, right? So that's why we prefer to go this route, where we create as many videos as we can create, and have you watch those videos and participate in just assignments. okay, which in my opinion makes a lot of sense. I mean, both options are great. If you are part of my engineering hands-on program, then it's mostly live sessions. But I'm also trying to change the workflow there. I'm trying to have both live sessions and short contents that we can share, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, explaining a particular concept rather than spending 1 hour explaining the same concept, right? Yeah. So I think from what I see in the chat, we have a lot of people interested in videos, right? So we'll stick to that for now. We'll stick to videos for now. Let me see if I have any other questions. So thanks, Udrak. You're not responding. If you want to speak again, you can raise your hand and you'll be added to the stage. We have Ife. Please, I think you should introduce yourself so we can also learn how to pronounce your name. Ife.
Okay. Hi, good evening. My name is Ife, basically known as Bisula. So I have a question. This Git assignment is week 1, right?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay. My question is because I'm seeing somebody posting code or something. I don't know. I thought we were just going to open Git and just type the README. Are we going to actually push it or something? I'm not sure. That's where I'm having contradiction.
Oh yeah, you're going to push it. You're going to push it to GitHub. You are dropping the link that you have submitted. The link that's your GitHub repository that is public. That is exactly what you are submitting. Yeah. So you create the README.
Okay.
Did you watch the video?
Yeah, I watched the video. But I want to ask, what platform I want to submit the assignment?
You're submitting here on Discord. There's a command. If you check the general channel, I think there's a video that was also shared with you regarding how to submit. So there's a command you use. We have a Discord bot here that would accept your assignment. So maybe you can check WhatsApp. You would see that video if you're in the WhatsApp group. If you are not there, then maybe at the end of this call, Amaka, Natasha, please, someone should help me. There's a shorter video for submitting the task, I think about 1 minute and 30 seconds. You can drop that video in the general channel or in the resource channel and you can pin it somewhere. Okay. All right. Ife, do you have any other questions?
Okay, no, my last question is what if we're having challenges? Who will to?
Ife, you've not been on the Discord server. There's a cut here. We have cut her. She's asking all the questions that we've answered. So we've cut her today. Okay. If you have any questions, once you drop it on in the general channel here, it will be answered. You can reach out to we have a lot of mentors here. We have John Michael, we have Olua Shegun. Maybe we'll drop their handles in the announcement channel. We'll drop their handles there. But yeah, we have Olua Shegun, we have Paul, we have John Michael. I'm missing out on one other name, forgotten the name. You can also tag me, right? You can tag me, and if you tag me and I'm not available, I'm sure some other people would respond. Yeah. So whenever you have questions, make sure
Thank you very much,
make
sir.
sure you drop it in the general channel. You're welcome. All right. So yeah, if you want to ask questions, you want to speak, raise your hand, and you'll be brought to the stage. Okay. So I think someone dropped a screenshot. Thanks for pointing that out. Let me see. I'm looking at the screenshot right now. This is for git commits, and git push. So the current branch master has no upstream branch. Yeah, you don't have an upstream branch. You have to use the command git push set upstream old school. Okay, so I think this is from old school. I think I've heard of old school. Yeah. So you can simply use the command. What are you? Let me see. What is the question? I hope you can say it. That is not an error. It's just telling you that you don't have an upstream branch. It's not really an error, right? Okay. I think, you might call it an error because it failed to push. All you have to do is set up that upstream, or you can simply rename the branch you have locally, which is master, to match the branch you have on GitHub, which I believe is main, right? But yeah, you can simply just copy that git push set upstream old school first semester master, and once you once you paste that in your terminal there and you hit enter, it will push your code to GitHub, but it's going to put it in a master branch, right? Which means on GitHub you would most likely have a master branch and a main branch. So take note of that. All right. So let me scroll down. Let's see, which other question do we have? Okay, I don't understand the video sent on the Git installation and setup. What is your question exactly? Because if you're using a Windows machine, all you have to do is navigate to the Git website. I think Git SCM, right? Yeah, the Git SCM website, and you download the latest version, right? Then you just follow the onboarding or the installation wizard. You follow the installation wizard. I don't think there's anything special you are going to select. You can follow the recommended options, which are the defaults, and once installed, you can start using Git, right? Yeah, I mean, you can test with a Git version to see if it's properly installed. But if you have any maybe error while you are installing, you can simply take a screenshot and paste here. So yeah, when we more favor, you can do that now. You can try to install it now and share a screenshot of the error you're having so that we can help you fix it. Okay, so I think John Michael also responded to you. Okay. All right, Joyce also responded to that. The code and grammar. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you have any challenge with the code or the grammar, take a screenshot or drop your question in the general channel. Always drop your questions in the general channel so that it can be answered immediately, right? If you are doing anything, you encounter any challenge, immediately drop your question in the general channel. Okay. If you're having that feeling like oh, I'm probably shy, I don't want to do this, I don't want to drop it here, please don't be that person. Okay. Whenever you experience any challenge, just go ahead and drop your message in the general channel. Someone would assist you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Which other question am I missing? Okay. Are we being graded for the assessment or for the assignment? And will there be certification at the end of the program? Oh yeah, there will be certification at the end of the program. In terms of the grading, what we simply do is to have a call like this, and would have a call and simply resolve. Should I use the word resolve, or I would say work on that assignment on the call, right? Or maybe via a recorded session so you can see and grade yourself. We don't need to grade you. Just like I said when we started this call, we're not expecting anybody to say, oh, I came out with first class. We're not doing that. Okay. If you complete the program, you submit the assignments regularly. We can see the submissions from the bots, right? We can see it on our end. Let's see what happened to my okay. So we can see it from our end, and we know those that are taking the assignments. So at least with that, when we are issuing out the certificates, those that participate in taking those assignments, it shows the activity. It shows that you are watching the videos and you're part of the program. Those people would actually get the certificate. If you can't get up to 50%, if you can't get up to 50% of your submissions, then I mean it shows that you are not active, right? So we usually work with 70%, but yeah, 50% is not bad. At least let's see that you participated in the program. We are simply giving you a certificate of participation. So I mean, we're not issuing any specific scoring. Okay, so keep that in mind, Hamzat. All right, so let's see. Yes, please drop the handles. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll drop their handles. Amaka, you can help me with that, maybe in the announcement channel, so we don't have a lot of messages, clutter the space, right? Okay, so is it the link of the repositories that we're submitting? Yeah, it is. It's the link of the repository that you're submitting. Okay, so okay, another screenshot. Okay, failed to push some refs. So, yeah, I mean, so the error you're getting here, it simply shows that I think maybe you should first pull. Maybe when you created the repository, you added git ignore or something. Just go ahead and pull, right? Run git pull if you have added the origin, or you can first try git remote show origin just to see that you have origin added. Origin is the name you get by default when you create your GitHub repo, right? So if you have added origin, it would show up there. It will show you that this is the origin, which is what you have online on GitHub. Then you can run git pull. When you run git pull, it's going to first fetch the items you have online down to your machine, right? Then before you go ahead and add the changes, commit, and then you push. Okay, hope that makes sense. All right. What else do we have here? Okay, if you want to speak, you can raise your hand. I think Udrak, your hand is up, so I believe you probably want to speak again. Ifi, do you have another question? Okay, let me see. I want to learn Python programming. I don't know what is going on here. You want to learn Python programming? I think that's the name of this Discord community. So if you are here, it means you are here to learn Python programming. All right. You can check the you can check the resource channel, and you'll find all the materials, right? Dari, I want to learn Python programming. I don't know what is going on here. Okay, so what we are doing here is that everybody you see on this call came here to learn Python programming, including myself. I mean, we are all here to learn Python programming as a community. So you can check the resources channel. You would find all the videos related to learning Python programming that we've created. You can follow those videos. They're on YouTube, right? You can follow those videos, you can download them. You can participate in the Python related tasks that will be given once you start learning Python. Yeah, okay, so let's see. If you have any other questions, you can drop it in the chat. Okay. Okay, so how do I resolve Git is not recognized on Visual Studio Code when trying to paste the README file on VS Code? Okay, so Git is not recognized in VS Code. Is it recognized outside of VS Code? When you run the command, is it recognized? Okay, so I think I have another and that question is for Decipher. Is it recognized outside of VS Code? So say you open your terminal, CMD or PowerShell, and you run Git. What do you get, right? If it's recognized there and then you open up VS Code, you pull up your terminal in VS Code and it is not recognized, that's quite awkward, because the terminal you get in VS Code is same as the PowerShell or CMD instance that you have outside. I think I would love you to share a screenshot, right? Share a screenshot, open VS Code, pull up the terminal, type Git version or just Git, right? And then open your regular PowerShell application or CMD and just type Git. I want to see what you get there as well, right? Okay, so let's see. Okay, lovely to have pushed my rock paper scissors game using the first week video. Thanks, awesome. All right, well done, Stan. Okay, so Carrier Day is asking another question. So I did the Git remote, but it's not showing origin. It's showing me the name of the folder. Okay, so I would love to answer this question here. That is Carrier Day. Since we don't have up to 50 people on this call, I believe I can share my screen. If you have up to 50, you won't be able to share your screen. So that's the funny thing here. Let's see, share entire screen. All right, so I'm sharing my screen. If you can see my screen, all you have to do is click on it. So all I want to do here is at least show you some of those commands I'm asking you to enter. That is for Carrier Day, right? So I don't know if you guys can at least view my screen. All you have to do is click. Although my network is a bit messy, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but since this call is being recorded, maybe after the recording I would share with the community. So yeah, let me go ahead and pull up my terminal here. So this is what I have. This is my terminal. Zoom in, probably close one. Let's close this guy. Okay, all right, so this is my terminal. I'm just going to clear this. If I go to the desktop and I call this Git folder, this is the folder I'm making, right? So I just made a new folder called Git folder. If I go into that Git folder, right, just like come on, not Git cheat sheet, Git folder. Okay, if I go into that Git folder, I don't have any file in here. And just to confirm, Carrier Day, can you see my screen? All right, so Carrier Day, you have to confirm that you can see my screen. Okay, nice. So I'm going to navigate to github.com here, right? My account. Okay, so while I'm doing that, I will just go back to my terminal and open this up in VS Code, which you're already using. So I'm just going to use this command to open VS Code. I'm opening that specific folder that I just created, which is what you can see on my screen. I'm going to create a file here, so readme.md, right? And I'm just going to add a simple text in here. So I would simply say this is a new readme file. Okay, so let's save that. I have a file now, although I haven't initialized git here. So let's close that for now, and I'll simply say git init right here. So I have git initialized. So if I say git status, I can see that specific file that I added. So I would say git add all, and I would say git commit added, or I can just say initial commit. Okay, remember by default git, you're using master, right? You have your master branch. So if I say git branch, right, you see you have master, but you can change this to main when you create the repo you want to create on GitHub, right? So this is a bit slow, and yes, I know that this is because of my crazy network. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for this for a while. Let me see. When I click on this, okay, oh, come on. Who knows, sometimes it's just the ad blocker. Let's refresh again. Yeah, because it's quite weird if this is powering Discord and Discord stream and it can't open GitHub, then that's crazy. GitHub.com. All right. Yeah, definitely bad network. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just click on this. Still wasting my time. I can just go to /new instead. So let's go to /new. I believe /new should take us to, yeah, exactly. All right, so I can create, what did I call this folder here? So I said git folder. Okay, so let's just create the same thing here, git folder. All right, so I have git folder. This is going to be available, I believe. This is public. You can set it to private if you want to. Still taking time to load, but let me see, create. I think I have to wait for this to check. Okay, so my network is poor, I believe. Let me confirm that you guys can even see my screen. I can't hear you clearly, sir. Yeah, it's, can you see the network is definitely bad. Okay, which is why this is not okay. You know what, let me try to switch provider. I believe I can. Okay, couldn't check availability, so yes, network is crazy. Let's try pulling up WAP. Okay, so yeah, I was disconnected. Yeah, you can't see my screen exactly. I tried switching to a different provider, and obviously it turned out to be worse. And yeah, I'm not connected to my home network. That would have been much better. But I think what I was trying to explain. Let me just go ahead and create the repo, off screen. Yeah, because sharing my screen is actually going to eat up more network, definitely more bandwidth. So let me share again. I'm sharing again now. Let's see, capture the screen. We have 29 people here, so yeah, you should be able to see my screen now. Just confirm, so we don't waste too much time here. I have the GitHub repository created called Git folder within my account, right? Okay, so please confirm if you can see it. Confirm if you can see it. Yes, I can see your screen. Okay, nice. If you look at this, you see, if you have not created any, file, this is what you want to probably run, right? But I already did this, git init, I've added the file, I've done what I want to do here. So this is what I'm going to use because it's an existing, repository I have offline. So I have to first add the origin by copying this line. Okay. So if I come back to Git here, I just run this and I've added that as my origin. So now I can say git, remote show origin, right? And I can get this specific URL that I added in here, which is this as the origin, right? So you can see this is the response. Yeah, basically it says unable to access. That's a network thing, by the way. But that's fine. Let's go ahead and say git branch with the capital letter M. What you are simply doing is that you're switching, from master to main. So if I say git branch, just like this, you see it's no longer master but main, right? We're just trying to adhere to the standards that GitHub has created for us, which is main. The default here is main, by the way. Okay, so now with the last command I can push I can push to that origin. This is to say you can have multiple origins. I think I said that in the video as well. You can have more than one origin, but now I can't push. Definitely a network problem. But this is basically what you do when you run this command. It is going to push to main. Okay. All right. Yeah, confirm if you can hear me now. I actually dropped a message because I've been speaking, but it seems like no one could hear me. I think that is still the epileptic network. Confirm if you can hear me now, guys. Let me know in the chats because I'm back. John Michael, Natasha, let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Apologies. I was actually saying, and I will repeat some of the things I said earlier. So I was saying that we are going to start, learning Python from next week, right? Although we have a lot of materials, put out there, right? We have, I believe, more than 50 or probably 60 videos, when it comes to Python. And of course, we are still expecting more videos to be uploaded, especially, the videos around Python with Postgres SQL, Python with Fast API for web development, and Python and Jinja 2 for templating, right? Yeah, so we are still expecting those videos, but you can start taking, some of the videos that have been uploaded. Starting from next week, we'll be giving you like, a range of videos we expect you to watch, but we don't want to limit you, right? So you can just go ahead and watch as many as you can. Do your thing on the side, while you're also participating in the assessments that are passed on to you. Yeah. So, and of course, while you're learning, if you have questions, feel free to always ask. You guys can, form your learning groups. I've been looking at the messages on WhatsApp. I think it makes sense if you have your learning groups, if you can, pair up with one or two people and learn together, grow together, build together, work on your assessments together. That makes sense, right? Pair programming is, I think, one of the best ways to actually learn faster, because some of the things you think about, you realize that when working with someone else, they can also give you new ideas, right? Fresh ideas. And it makes sense because you begin to think of those things you've known, but from a different perspective, right? So yeah, let's learn to collaborate more. Python, Python, I think. Yeah, I also mentioned that by the time you're done with this program, you should be able to understand how to use libraries, to come up with stuff, right? If you have an idea, you want to build something, you Google your way through understanding some of the libraries you can use, because you can't know all the libraries in Python. I mean, it's not possible, right? It's not possible. So, we have a lot of libraries coming out every day, and I was given an example with the Discord bot that we just added to the server yesterday. That was built with Python, right? And hosted. I think that was built just yesterday. We worked on that Discord bot starting, I think, around 7 p.m. and finished it by about 10 or 10:30 p.m. And then it was deployed probably around 12 or 1 a.m., right? It was deployed on AWS. So I mean, that is what you'll be able to do as well. If you are done learning, you should be able to pick up some ideas. By the way, building the bot is free, completely free. The only thing I have to pay for is putting it up on AWS, right? Completely free to develop using the Discord developers portal, right? You set up your Discord bot there. Even if you want to build Telegram bots, for example, basically similar process, right? Quite easy to develop, quite easy to deploy. There are some videos we've also shared on teaching you how to deploy with Linode, right? Because at the end of the day, when you build your Python applications, you have to deploy somewhere, right? So yeah, and if you're also interested in learning more around, cloud deployments, basic stuff that you should know as a software engineer, we also have additional programs, right, where we teach some of these things, and we also share a lot of resources there. I'm sure some of you saw the screenshots that was shared with regards to the software engineering hands-on and all the resources there. That's a place where you can also learn, vital things, topics, right? Things you're interested in, and of course you can filter out the others if you're not interested in them. So I mean, the learning continues. Okay, so keep learning, keep practicing, and I'm sure things would become easier over time. Okay, so if you have any other question before it's I think it's already 8:56. Probably a network failure took about 15 minutes of our time. So if you have any other questions, if you want to speak on stage, if you have something to say, if you're not comfortable with something, with the way the program is going, if you are still confused about some certain things, ask questions, raise your hand. I'll bring you to the stage so you can speak, and I can also respond to that. Okay? All right. Please let us know. We just have a few minutes, about 3 minutes to end this call. So let me know. Right, so I'm assuming we don't have much questions again. Let's see the Beta Copper hands-on. No, it's not the same. It's not the same. So the 300 Dev Days program is actually a top universe program, right, that we organize every year. It hasn't started for the year, and we're still looking at organizing it maybe starting next month or in 2 months time. But we just want to be sure that the previous guys are able to work on their projects and complete their projects. So I was on a call with Amaka where we discussed that that project would kick off next week, right? That project is meant to last for a month, where we have the previous product management, students, as well as the previous 300 dev days, students come together to build a project. So when they're done with that project, before we start another 300 dev days program. Okay, so it's different. Software engineering program is a subscription based program. So I think it's about 5,000 naira or 6,000. I don't know. You can check the link. So if you open the I think it's eho.solomonmarvel.com. You will be able to subscribe, and after subscription, you'll be added to the Telegram group. That is on a private Telegram server. Should I call it a server or a channel or a group? I don't know. Telegram. Let me share. I'm just going to pull up Telegram here, and I'm going to share a screenshot of what that group looks like. So there are lots and lots of materials there, right? Where is it? Software engineering hands-on. This is it. A lot of things here, and we'll have more, more materials, that will be shared in here, including materials on the, system design, especially system design, software development as well, using Python, using Golang, right? I would say so far I have used a bunch of programming languages, right? So these days I don't really think it's about programming languages again. We have a lot of AI out there, and very soon AI will be able to build, good, even better applications. They are doing well already for now, but I believe better applications. So what I'm looking at organizing a program for prompt engineering, right? And AI app development. I conducted a survey on the Top Universe group, and I realized a lot of people really want to learn how to use, prompting to build amazing applications, and that's something I teach people how to do. That's something I do myself. If you understand, the requirements of your project, you understand the outcome or the expectation of your project, all you need to do is, be good at prompting, and you should be able to build at least, basic MVPs that address that problem you're trying to solve. So if you're interested in such program, once you're part of the software engineering hands-on, once that masterclass is ready, I would share with you guys. It will be easier for you to connect to that masterclass and join such programs. Okay, all right, so I hope that makes sense. Is Git the same as VS Code? No. We're me more favor, so no. VS Code is a tool that you use. It's a code editor, right, that you use for writing code. Git is simply an application you use for managing different versions of your code via branching, right? Watch those videos. I'm not sure you have watched those videos, so please watch those videos, and I believe you would understand this better. Okay, so let's see. I have some questions here. Is it possible to still get another accountability partner? Sure. I mean, we have a lot of people on this call. Why not? I've seen a lot of people that you can connect with. Okay, so I think you should just say, hey, I need an accountability partner, right? I'm looking at your picture. I can see the dark shades. If you want to pay them, right, you can say, oh, I need an accountability partner, $10 per hour. Everybody here will be accountability. That's a joke, please. I mean, it has to be free for now, eh? Until see your name, Impact Sam. No, guys, please bill accordingly. Let's see. Okay, 5K per month. Sorry. Oh yeah, it's we are just making it extremely affordable, right? You have a lot of materials in there, plus weekend live streams. I don't think it's about the 5K. I think it's about sharing those materials and having calls like this, because I find them really interesting. And it's a good way to learn, good way to connect. So if you want to subscribe, I think the link is via my website URL. By the way, if you want to connect with me, let me share my website URL here. If you have big deals, 100 million naira or dollar deals, someone will ask me, if you have $100 million, will you be on this call? I mean, you have a point, right? But I might be on this call because this is basically how I have fun, right? And to subscribe to the software engineering hands-on program is engineeringhandson.solomonmarvel.com. So this is the link. I have codes to share. Okay, so I shared the link there. Um, even my moderator is no longer on the call. What happened? Is it the Nigerian network messing everybody up? Okay, so please, my magic, did you address my? Yes, I did. Let's see. Decipher. Can you tag that question again? I think I did, but just tag that question again. Let me see. Okay, so Shadow Walker is asking one of the interesting questions I love to answer. Since AI will soon take over or has taken over software development, as you said, while learning development, again, we should be focusing more on prompting. Well, so the thing you must understand is if you don't understand development, when you prompt and you get nonsense, how will you manage to resolve the issue you have with that nonsense? So a lot of people will, do prompting, and I believe AI will get to the point where it will be so good that it makes less or no mistakes, right? But the thing is, software engineering is beyond just writing code. Okay, software engineering has to do with a lot of things, right? Being able to solve problems, right? You're a human, and one of the benefits of being a human is the fact that you can think through, a problem. You can analyze. Okay, this is where we are. This is where we want to be, right? And this is how I believe we can try to get there. Okay. Yeah. So you can then use the help of the AI tool to build that solution. We'll get to the point where I mean you even realize that prompting is very difficult. So think about it, right? Even if you know how to ask questions, but you don't really know what to ask because you are not a developer or you don't have any experience, right, being a developer, you will realize that being a developer gives you the benefits, right, or the additional benefit of being able to ask precise questions because you know how things work, right? Unlike uh, being a non-developer, because when you ask some questions, you won't be able to use the right terms, right, to relate with the AI tool. Okay, so hope that makes sense. I mean, there are so many answers I could give you, but let me just stop here for now. Shadow Walker. Um, let's see, any other question? Please explain Python relations towards cyber security. Okay, that's a great hat. Uh-huh. And it uses in cybersec. Well, I think most times, by the way, they are definitely going to be different, different use cases. If you are into cybersecurity and you are building tools, right? You're building tools that you can use for threat analysis, threat detection, and stuffs like that. You'd most likely use Python for scripting, coming up with sample tools. I mean, if you have used tools like Kali Linux, and you see a lot of tools in there, right, for pen testing and all those stuff. Most of those tools, built with Python. Of course, most of them are also built with C++, but you have a lot of people coming up with test tools, right, using Python. And in most areas, you are definitely going to find yourself, writing scripts. Okay, you want to deploy your application, you want to deploy like a sample, set of a tool for cybersecurity activities. Yeah, you're going to be using Python. You are most likely going to see a lot of Python libraries for doing a lot of things, right? Python is a versatile, language, right? And you have a lot of people using it online as well. So definitely, definitely, you should know Python. Um, yeah, yeah. I hope that that provides some level of answer to your question. Okay. So, I mean, it's for programming, but remember, it's going to be use case specific. If you're learning Python right now, and after this course, you decide to take, data analysis, Python is going to help you, right? You decide to take AI related, maybe AI engineering, definitely Python, right? It's going to be, highly helpful. Right? You will find this program, you will appreciate this program by that time. Okay, so Lumida, maybe I skipped that question. I asked a question concerning the Amazon subscription. I did not see your question. Okay, maybe I missed it. Well, it's past 9 p.m. already, so let's see. I'm taking Lumida's question last. Drop the link. Yes, I think I did. Yeah, I mean, just scroll down. Look at the chat. Scroll down. I dropped the link. I dropped the link. Okay, so I hope that is it. Um, Do we have any other questions? Any other final question? Okay, so please, can I ask a question concerning the? Okay, I mean, should I ask? Oh, yeah. Go ahead. I was thinking you were asking of the link. Yeah, it's a paid subscription, right? It's a monthly subscription. I mean, that is optional, by the way. It's not part of what you're doing here. It's optional. If you're interested, you can join, but it's really optional. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, you tagged me here. That is Decipher. For some reasons, I can't click. Okay. Okay. So let me see. Git remote add origin. Yeah, so the response you're getting is that this is not a Git repository, so you forgot to run Git init. So just run Git init and that should work. You forgot to run Git init, so you should run Git init. So you have a Git repository, then you add your file, you commit before you push. Okay, so that's the answer to your question, Decipher. How many months for the training subscription? If you're referring to the Python, the program we're running here, it's free, right? If you're and it's 3 months. If you're referring to the what's it called, hands-on software engineering program, it's just a subscription. It's continuous. We are speaking to latest trends. We are covering different topics, algorithms, data, cloud, right? So it's not a training with a specific roadmap where you say we are learning cloud and everybody is learning cloud. No, you have a lot of resources that are being shared on cloud, on DevOps, on lots of areas. I'm a solutions architect, right? And what I do is see a specific area that is trending, that people are learning from, people are basically talking about, and I create amazing contents around that area. Or if it's a tool or it's a specific maybe something like software architecture, system design, teaching you how to design reasonable systems, right? You look at the environment, how can we solve this problem with tech? Let's hop on a session. Let's design a solution for this. Let's talk about the tools to use. Let's talk about the approach, to build something like this. Those are the kind of conversations we have there. While you also have direct access to, all my private, videos that I've created for, learning a specific tool or learning different set of tools. I mean, if you look at the screenshot, you see we have videos on Python, we have videos on so many things there, right? And we still have more videos coming in. I'm sharing videos on DigitalOcean this week, probably say by next week, say by Tuesday, you should have like about 3 or 4 videos teaching you how to use DigitalOcean and how to deploy applications using the different resources offered by DigitalOcean. So there will be, and of course you can request for explanation. If you are in the group, you can ask questions. How do I do this? How can I do this? Can you please make a video on this, right? And you get a video on that based on the priority of your request, but you can ask questions. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. That is it. 12 minutes past 9. So thanks a lot, guys, and I think we would end here today. All right. When would the subscription end? Oh, please. I don't think you're understanding that. Maybe someone else would explain to you. You can chat Natasha, right? And when you have a subscription, it is monthly. Okay. So you can always renew your subscription, or you can decide to renew your subscription whenever you want to come back if your subscription expires. All right. So thanks, and let's have a wonderful evening, guys. Reach out to Natasha if you have more questions. So Lumida. Thanks, and by next week, remember Python, and of course, you should also prepare for your tasks. All right. Yeah. I think someone answered your question already. Okay, so bye. Let's have a wonderful evening.